Hi all, welcome to this Canvas Studio tutorial. Today we'll be looking at creating pages with the Rich Content Editor. So here I'm in my Sandbox course and I want to show you briefly the Pages index page. So I'm going to click Pages in my course menu. I have a front page set. You can see that it's tagged up here. So it goes to this home page or front page. I'm going to click through that to view all pages. If you don't have a home page, you'll probably come straight to this page. This is your page index page. Shows all the pages that you've created in your course. You can sort them by clicking the arrows next to page title, creation date, and last edit. And this is one of the, you'll see down here, this is where the front page tag is. If you wish to have a front page, a home page that your students see when they come to your course, you can select any page. You use the options button here. You can remove that, and then I'm going to go back and add that so you can see that use as front page. So one page can be marked your front page. Now you can create pages by clicking the add page button here. I'm going to show you how often people create pages. They'll initiate it through modules. So if we're looking at a module and we wanted to add a page to a module, we would go to the top of the module, and over in the right hand corner we would see the add button, the plus. So we're going to click that, and you can see in this drop down that page is one of our options. We're going to click page, and we're using a new page today, and we're going to be creating a text set today in this demonstration. So it's a collection of resources that students will be able to use for various assignments and activities. All right, I'm going to hit the add button, and it pops up here down at the bottom. So there's our page. We know it's a page because it just has the page icon. There's no pencil there indicating that it is not a quiz, it is not an assignment. There are no points or due dates assigned to it. It is strictly for delivering content. So I'm going to go ahead and click it to get into our sort of preview mode. It's empty. I haven't added any content to it. Why might you use a page would be probably a good thing to examine briefly. Pages are for content. So if you're creating a home page for your course, that's a good reason to use a page. If you are putting together a collection of resources that your students are going to use over several different assignments, you can think of a page as like a web page. It's delivering content. It can be lots of different things, audio and video and text and images, tables and so forth, graphs. So it's largely for delivering content. You could think of it as a blog, an article. You could use a page to create articles. You could use a page for wikis. There's a lot of reasons you could use pages, but there's no due dates or points assigned. It is considered a Canvas activity. All right, with that being said, let's click the edit button in the upper right and let's get to work here. So largely in page view, we're going to be focusing on this tool right here. And this tool is called the Rich Content Editor, and it is used all over Canvas. It is used in syllabus. It can be used in announcements. It's used in discussions. It could be used in quizzes. It can be used all over the place. So you're going to see this Rich Content Editor all over. But when you're creating a page, it's primarily about content. So one of the things you'll note probably right away is that top bar in our Canvas setup looks a lot like some of the icons in the Google Docs bar, right? So we're probably used to some of these. It's where it gets interesting is this bottom bar right here, this bottom set of tools. So let's go ahead and get started by adding a header. So we're going to call it Jellyfish Text Set. And some people might be tempted to just increase the font size and make it bold, but in order to be accessible for screen readers, we're going to use headers. So there's a drop down over here, and that's the top header, so we'll make that header too. All right, next we might have a description here to students. You will use the following texts about jellyfish for say over the course of this module. We'll say module. All right. So let's say we want to insert at this point an image of a jellyfish just to get them curious and thinking and to add a little aesthetic appeal. There's a few ways to add images. There is an embed image button right here. We can click that and it gives us some choices. We've got our URL tab, which means we can link to an image that's already out there on the internet. We can click Canvas and go looking for files here inside our Canvas course, so it's there in the cloud. We can actually go to Flickr and look for Creative Commons public domain pictures. So let's say we're looking for a jellyfish and we click our search button. We've got a couple of choices here. I like this first one, so I'm going to click that. And down here, it gives us the alt text. Remember, to improve accessibility, we need that alternative text. So screen readers read the text. And all right, for the visually impaired. So let's do that. Let's put jellyfish, click update. All right, awesome. So we've got our jellyfish picture here. We can click on that and notice these handles in the upper and the corners, all the corners. You can grab those and size that picture down if you would like to. All right, I know this seems odd, but I want to show you other ways to insert images. So we're going to actually delete that image, and we're going to go looking for another image. In this case, let's say we've got, in the scenario, we've got a jellyfish image that we've taken or that we've got on our local machine that's got, public domain or Creative Commons licenses. So I want to show you over here on the right, there is a Files and an Images tab over here in the sidebar. So one of the things we could do is go to File and we can upload. Actually, let's go to Images because we're going to basically be uploading a new image. So we can click Upload Image, and it brings up this little button, Choose File, which will pop up our File Explorer or Finder. I am going to search my folder. There's my jellyfish picture, and I'm going to click Open. And this is going to give me alternate text. I cannot upload until I put alternative text in here. So I'll put jellyfish in here. And if it was decorative, you could click decorative, which bypasses the alternative text, but only do that if it's truly decorative and there's no other reason it's there. All right, let's click upload. All right, not only does it put it in my Canvas folder, but it also sticks it right here in my rich text content editor. I'm going to click this because it's size-wise is quite big. All right, now I'm liking that. Okay, so I've got my header, some text. I've got an image here. Showing you a couple different ways to get an image in here. Let's take a look at a YouTube video. Let's say I've got a reading or somebody doing a great job with a reading that's out there on YouTube, and I just want to link that in here. I can just go and paste the link in here, and there is this YouTube icon. So let's go ahead and use the icon. So if I click YouTube, this allows you to actually kind of search within Canvas, so you don't have to go outside of Canvas. And I could put Jellyfish, Marion, Moore, because that's the poem we're about to put in here. And let's see, we've got a couple of different people reading the poem, so let's go Embed. All right, and so we've got this young lady who's going to be reading the poem for us. And let's get the poem itself in there. So we're going to have the students be doing some work around text. So it is a poem in the public domain. So I can grab the poem and I can place that inside of my Canvas page. This is, we're going to check this. This looks like it is still as a header, so that's good. We're just checking accessibility. That's paragraph text. That's paragraph text. Font looks good and clear. All right, so now we have our poem in there as well. So we have a text set sort of started here. We've been able to examine a number of different things. Now let's say we're not in English anymore. Maybe we've got other things that we need to put in here we want to look at some other tools. So let's take a look at tables. Some people are going to need to utilize tables to format data. Actually, we could keep with our example here. We could do text type and then description over here for our header rows, and we can make those like header 3. That's a little large. Header 4. All right. So you can see a table. We've filled out our table here. We've got a table, and when you click inside the table, you'll notice these tools. You can modify the properties of a table. If you didn't want it to be 100% across, maybe we only want it to be 70% across. This gets into spacing and padding. That's the spacing in and around our content. Maybe we increase the border size to 3. We might want to center our table. We can go into advanced, and you can even choose a color. Say we want our border to be blue and our border style to be double. All right, let's take a look at what that does. All right, you can see the double lines now around the border. It is now blue, and it has constrained this to 70% and centered the table. We can also add rows, insert row before, insert row after, delete rows, insert columns before and after, and delete columns. So nice set of tools for creating tables. Let's say you're in math, you might want to use the insert math equation. We can see this as a pop-up here. You can actually switch into advanced mode and paste in LaTeX formulas, or you can switch back to basic and use these tools to create equations. I'm going to pop out of that. You can insert Khan Academy. There's external tool drop down here. You can explore that. It's kind of outside the scope. I would highlight that you can put in your media from your Canvas Studio in here. Another way to pop media in there. The record upload media allows you to record audio and video on the spot and insert that, or to go and upload audio or video from your computer. Just another way to get at that. So, all right, I think we are good here. This is a check accessibility, so this is a nice tool. When you get done or feel like you're done with your page or you've made an update to your page, you can click check accessibility. The table needs a caption in order for it to be accessible. Text types in jellyfish text set. So we can apply that. We can put that the header row is the header, and we've finished our accessibility checker, and so we're good to go there. All right, we're ready to save and publish. So down here, we're going to hit the save and publish button, and we'll get a kind of a preview of what our page is looking like so far. Okay, so there's our jellyfish text set in all of its glory. We explored a lot of tools in our rich content editor and why we might use pages in Canvas. Thanks for your time and attention. I'll see you in the next tutorial.